Good afternoon, viewers. This beautiful evening, I'd like to welcome you to our show, The Real Mindset Show, which we shall be airing every week. And this is our premiere show. Today is the 19th of October, 2021. The year where we believe everyone shall prosper, shall be blessed.
Some call it the year of the Lord.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yes.
So, I'm here with the human engineer, Mr. Alex.
No doubt.
Alex, the human engineer, how did that name come about? If the listener would like to, our viewers would like to know.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Arnold, and thank you very much, viewers. Human engineer, how did this name come to be?
Yes, is it a nickname? Is it
you've heard about engineering?
Of course.
School of Engineering in Makerere and other colleges. I think to engineer is to design or model or make. If you see vehicles being made, houses with blueprints, or there is, let me tell you the types of engineers: civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. And I was like, why not have human engineers? People who can do work on human beings. And mostly when we go deeper, you find where the tools we use, or how do we work on somebody. We get to that as maybe the program goes on. But in simple terms, human engineer is how we get to know why people are what they are, why people do what they do, why people say what they say, why people think how they think. Excuse me. And then we come to see if there is anything you can do, if there is any tool you can use to design the way people live. Okay. In marriages, at workplaces, in churches, on the road as they drive, so that you can design them and they become really good human beings as they were meant to be.
Wow.
From the beginning.
Thank you. So if you're watching for the first time, please hit the red button so that you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
If you subscribe, that means that you'll get a notification every time we load a new video on our channel. And hopefully you can also tell your friends to subscribe. I'm sure this topic is going to be very interesting for you. The Real Mindset Show. So, Mr. Alex.
Yes.
Today, I know it is our first day, and I'm not going to delve so deep into the mindset subject. However, I was very intrigued to see that you have some beautiful items over there.
Yes.
You came with beautiful. I can see cups.
Oh yes.
Let me show the viewer. This one says, "I'm responsible.
Yes.
I'm the only problem I will ever have, and I am the solution."
Yes.
Mr. Alex.
Yes.
Okay. Before we go on, before you explain to us,
Yes.
we have this beautiful book. Finish what you started.
Finish what you started.
The art of following through, taking action,
Yes.
executing, and self-discipline, by Peter Rollins.
Oh yes.
And a couple of other books here, which you will show us along the show.
Yes.
But I'm very much interested, and of course I'm sure the viewer here also would wish to know, what is the purpose of these? Are they tools that you want to use in helping
shaping,
people?
designing?
Are they is it a business?
No.
Are you trying to sell cups to make a difference? Is it a business that you've started?
Yes.
Or do you have a machine, a factory that makes cups? Because we know we've been buying cups from Chinese. It would be very nice if we have Ugandan.
So you're wondering what this is,
Yes.
what all this is.
Certainly, I can see that they are beautiful. They have beautiful messages, but the viewer and myself, of course, we
Yes.
want to know
Yes.
what is it about.
Interesting. Nobody's gone crazy here.
Yeah.
Yes, they are scattered, but very meaningful and very important. You said we don't want to go to the background of mindset and how it comes about and all that nitty-gritty in it. But we come to that later.
Actually,
We come to that in our next episode. We can
Yes,
come to
please,
that.
yes,
Now
sir.
that we have this at hand, a story before we go into this.
Yes.
Today I was in DTB Bank.
Yes,
I wanted
yes.
to pay for some URA things, and after making us line up for us to get what do they call them, to be billed, and then after you go to the bank, we lined up. After like an hour, I managed to go to the bank. Then I reached the counters, and the guys who were there surprised me.
Yes.
They didn't, I could quote, they didn't know why they were there.
Were
Somebody
they
finished
absent?
one person and then they just moved away.
Were they
When people were
absent-minded? Were
coming.
they efficient?
I think we're having a challenge, and of course not all companies or offices, but people seriously need to be tamed, if I may put it. They need to be brought back to.
Are they lacking some bit of professionalism?
You make, yeah, that's the
Or
word.
customer care.
That's the word. No wonder I talked to the boss there,
Oh.
and she was like, "You're
Wow.
very right."
Mm.
And she said that because other three people were like, we were just almost saying that you're saying. Because I first sat on one teller, the girl was just checking files. I didn't know that she is not attending to people. She was attending to me, but she had some other issues. She couldn't tell me, wait a bit or go to the other counter. After I moved to another counter where the other one had left, where a client had gone, and I went there. And nobody talked about me. The other one was seated on the side serving people. Then when I asked, is somebody working on us? Then the other girl who went off was like, for me, I'm having my breakfast now.
Wow.
If you can't see that I'm having my breakfast and you go for other counters, be there when I'm done, I come and serve you. I was like, it's okay. So I had to go to the other person who was in the middle. There were three. One was checking files for the whole time I was there. When the client was seated, the other one who went for tea, I never saw her come back. The one who was working in the middle is the one who managed to help me. Thank God she was there. Very interesting. But that professionalism and customer care and telling somebody, sorry, wait a minute, it means something must be done in our society. No wonder we're coming up with this show, the Real Mindset Show. Real means genuine, factual. Now,
and I think your complaint is not isolated to that particular bank, although I would not want us to
hey,
mention.
did I mention the name? But you see, what happened is when
But,
we are talking about the Real,
Yes, I know.
it may help them, you know.
So
It may help them.
I personally have experienced.
I'm
those-
sorry about the name, but I can't tell lies, you know. We are live on the show.
Yes,
So-
I'm sure even the viewer right now has experienced
They can
kind of-
comment
that kind of
such things happen to them. Oh, I'm the only one.
and professionalism
Yes.
in not just banks but also in other supermarkets,
Yes.
even in schools,
In families.
even in families. So I think the problem is not isolated; it is general. And maybe as a human engineer,
Yes.
would you say this is a problem in
It's a general problem.
in our society?
Yeah.
What would bring about that?
Because
Because first of all, you say you were ignored, and there was no remorse on the part of the these
and
service providers.
McHugh, the clients also who are lining up on the chairs were sitting on pins to say something, but they couldn't. But me and my big mouth, I couldn't stomach it. I was like, I need to say something. Lest we are doomed. People are
Yes.
going to take hours to get served and maybe go back without service. But that was just for that. Let's get back to this.
Yes, the cups.
I
Cups.
hope we still have some minutes.
We do.
So, Real Mindset Uganda, actually, Real Mindset Uganda we have the slogan that you can.
You can.
Yes. So when I go away from the mindset series that I always take, I always tell people, then we want to see you can do what? If you are mindset engineers or transformers, you have to have things that can transform the mind, that people can have at their disposal, that can remind them. If such a cup, where is this cup?
Let's start with this one. I love it. It has a beautiful color and a beautiful message.
What is it?
The first.
This one.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I liked it too.
I just love the way you.
Yeah, people
the way
I
you
pulled them, they were like, okay,
decorated it.
it's a nice one, but I am responsible.
Yes.
I wrote a book about I am responsible. You will see that book.
Oh,
this one here.
You have written a book.
I am responsible challenge.
Yes.
It tells people responsible is to be accountable,
yes,
to be in charge, to be answerable. So whatever happens, you take that responsibility to make sure you are part of it. If it is bad, you have to be part of it and agree that was bad and you can redeem it. If it was good, you say, you take the credit. I am responsible challenge. Read for me this one.
I'm the only problem that I will ever have, and I am the solution. Oh, I saw that over there.
Yes. Getting to our example of the bank.
Let me just show that.
Hey, if you want that book, you it's just a call away.
Written by.
You can comment down and where do we get the book? Whether at Lestock, whether here, we are in partner with Kampala Animation School, where we shall be doing much of this. Mindset and Master Academy and Kampala Animation School will be providing much info from here now that we've started. But I am the only problem I will ever have, and I am the solution.
Yes.
For example, I went to the bank, people were not having good customer care. If I didn't talk about that, I would have let myself down. I would have betrayed myself.
You are the solution.
Yes, and I'm the solution. Now, it means next time when I come and the girl is there, they don't need to reprimand her, but just to tell her, tell the customer, sorry, wait a minute.
Yes,
I will be told that and my heart will be okay. People have many worries. You don't want to come for a service and they add on that.
So a human engineer,
yes,
knowing the industry,
yes,
knowing the structure, knowing Uganda,
yes,
knowing how businesses are set up. And sometimes you find in businesses, actually the employees are related to the boss. Okay?
Interesting.
So
which
much as you'd want this girl to be, you said you didn't want
to
her.
be tuned up, to
Yes.
be engineered,
but
maybe.
sometimes you'll find that they are related to the boss. So
the more they should be keen to what they are doing so that the boss can gain some money, some clients, and the business develops, and everybody copies the examples, and we develop and we transform the nation.
Because I'm looking at a situation where some of these girls, and even men, and some of these employees are hired without going through the professional
ways
steps of hiring. So you'll find that maybe if it is in a hospitality industry, the girl did not go through all the drills to teach her the hospitality,
the manners, and
so at the end of the day, the problem is
not there.
No, it is deeper than what we are seeing on the surface.
Yeah.
Which means that you may report to the boss.
Yes.
But there will not be any reprimanding.
Yeah, so, and I hope any sensible boss, I hope they took me they took me genuinely.
And I'm looking at the whole industry right now, not just
that was just an example.
Yes.
But look at the woman who is selling Kabalagala. Look at you who has you have students, an academy with students, with teachers. How do we relate? And which type of teachers are we growing? Because they will show up in the services we offer. So I want to think that the boss will see some lacking in how they were doing business that day, and maybe ask why.
Okay,
If they don't ask why, it means they are not growing.
Mm.
They will say, this command also with some English.
So if I would want us to go back once again to this,
the cups.
these specific cups. In my mind, when I first saw them,
Yes.
and knowing who you are,
Yes.
human engineer, I believe that these are tools that you have come up with, created.
Yes.
You as a mindset academy, you have created these tools to help in solving some of these problems in society.
Yes.
And I'm sure our viewers right now
Yes.
would wish to know how do these books that you say this is written
This is
by
mine.
you.
This is mine.
How-
I have two of them.
How will these books
Yes.
help in improving
The mindset
this mindset
and society.
and society that we are living in, where there's a lot of mediocrity, there's a lot of irresponsibility, there's a lot of people are not caring. It seems as if everyone is angry, they are frustrated, so the frustration
They are rushing for
is
I don't
brought
know what.
to the workplace. How, please help us to understand, if I took this cup, what is the effect
To have on you.
me? Yes.
Okay.
Because if I buy my child a Bible, I believe the child will read the Bible and then listen to
Become
God's word,
spiritual.
become spiritual, respect the parents,
Yes.
just like the Bible teachings. Okay?
You have kids at home.
I do have a beautiful daughter.
You don't
and,
want to go into your family, but
Okay, so-
I have one. I have two.
Wow.
I have kids.
Yeah.
The other day they brought my small boy. They brought a guy. Is it a toy gun? I hid it away.
Yes.
I was like, not this one in my house. You go buy
Yeah.
her an aeroplane or bicycle, something else.
Yes.
So the same
So
thing
the
applies to
tools,
this.
how
Now-
does the person, if you are right now, and I'm not going to,
Yes.
I believe you're going to tell us how someone can get his hands or her hands on
To that
this
one.
beautiful cup.
That would be a souvenir to support the cause.
However,
now.
I would want to know, how does that help society? How does
Change.
it affect the person that
Yes.
buys the book, or or are you giving them out
Yes.
for free? Are
You see,
you-
and you mark this one.
Yes.
As we try to change mindsets and society at large, of course, we're not going to finish how society can be changed or mindset can be changed right now.
Of course,
But
of course.
as we move forward, we shall reach there. Real mindsets, you can. Of course, you can now see that we can change society. But mindset is just a way of thinking. It's a state of mind.
Yes.
It's an experience in somebody's mind that they were affected, that they got from previous experiences. It's a feeling.
So it has something to,
Yeah.
to do with our backgrounds,
Our background.
upbringing,
So
and-
you will see that in mindset we have attitudes, beliefs, and values, and actions, and then the results. What you see, what society is now. Now, if we go to where mindsets come from, how does a mindset form? It forms in like three different ways, main different ways. One is the background, where you grow from, the family. What they tell you, that those are our beliefs, what you believe about your father and mother, how they do things, your uncles and relatives there. And we shall come to this. Then the other area where mindsets grow from is where you go to school, what they teach you, the environment that was there, the teachers and how they were speaking, the values of the schools. And the other one is the friends you associate with, the people you associate with.
Oh,
If you-
our colleagues.
Yeah, in Uganda we have Kororo, Kororo has been there, and Owino.
Yes.
I can't talk much about that. You all know that if you are there, you will know how everybody is crowded. You know, if you are in Kororo, you'll see space and breathing, and you're like, oh, it's a beautiful.
And you're saying that one affects the way we
really affects the
we live, the way we
the woman who
relate.
works in Owino with the kid will not be the same as the woman who works in some bank in Kororo or some MTN office in Kororo. Now, when we come to this one, it means the things we have at home. I told you about our kids, the things we give them to play with.
Yes.
The same like old people. The things we relate with, they keep on affecting our minds.
The way we think.
And mark this one. Life is a fight for territory. If you don't fight for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have an environment with positive influences or positive vibes or positive energy, it will already be occupied with negativity or just plain things. That's why they call, I have my friend BK calls it lukewarm. You're not negative, you're not positive. You're just moving far.
Yes.
You know, you in Nyakwere they say, no tamburelio. Wherever wind comes, it takes you. Now, when we are talking about this, these were meant purposely to replace the negative energy that is in society. Because I sat there, people call you human engineer. What exactly are you putting forth to replace or to design people in a good way that we all want? Because I want, when I die, maybe I should be remembered as one who put a brick, who contributed to the change in the tone of thinking or how people thought for development, for progress, for transformation. Now, if you, I found out that if you have these things with you at home, if you have these things with you in your office, if some girl had a cup where they say, smile at the customer, I used to enter some bank and I find people with badges, smile at the customer. Yeah. So you have it, 1, 2, 3 months, 1 year, you have it. It is inculcated in you. So you won't find those discrepancies of what we are talking about. Because if you know that I am responsible, I am actually responsible is an acronym for a bigger cause. I used to speak this on radio and TV. Respect for God and humanity. Enthusiastic. Be enthusiastic when you're doing something, not just you're serving a customer and you're just there sleeping.
Yes.
And be self-disciplined. That is S. That is pleasing personality. Be likable people and persistent. Order. Order is the first line of life and success. Yes. Never give up in what you're doing. Yes. And this one is service. Service beyond self. Beyond self. Heard about that. Yes. And if you're not serving, you are dying. Because you are meant to serve. Yes. And I is integrity. And integrity is deeper than the skin that you see. It goes deeper. B is boldness. Boldness. You see. You dare to be bold. And different. For what? Dare to be bold.
Dare to be bold. And different on a positive way.
In a positive way.
In a positive way.
Yeah, the illustration says, when all are going this side, for you, if you know that something good is there, go there. Tell somebody that what you're doing is wrong. Yes. Or you need to be a little bit more with much customer care than we found out as we started. Don't go far. Don't go forward.
Would I say this one is defying protocol? If
need be,
this was an army and we are marching and I jump out of the line, what?
If it is an army, you have rules and you have a mission you are going for. You don't want to jump out of the line. But if you feel that you are going out of the mission you are on to, jump out. But purposely, this one means we always say society is full of negative things. Be the candle to light up. Okay. You cannot be part of the darkness. Instead of being one to pick up the candle and light it. So if this one is lighting the candle to see what else is there, instead of following the cloud, the hand, then that's the mindset we want to see in society. We add on this one. I think the next time we'll be putting what each cup means, and if you want a cup, a cup goes for 30,000.
Oh, okay.
And this is just if you wanted to take it. But if you wanted to support the cause, you can buy 10 for your friends as gifts.
I think I've loved this one.
You can give us 1 million or 500,000
I think I've
100. Yeah,
loved this one.
It's a nice one.
at the end of the show, I might decide
to go with it and
So-
affect your people at home.
Yes.
Yes.
So as it is, we are running out of time, and we must be ending the show.
Yes.
However, I would like to, if you are out there and you have just seen this, I would still request you to please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down there, which is in red, so that you can be notified. And also there's a bell. There's a bell that you can hit, so that you are notified on any other video that we upload. Otherwise, this was the mindset, the real mindset show. I was your host, Arnold, with
Alex, I'm
Alex,
the human engineer.
The human engineer.